Another wonderful year is in the books at Young Living, and we want to tell you all about it. We had professional and personal wins in 2023, and I'm sure you did too. So let's welcome in the new year with the whole Young Living family and look forward to another eventful year. Hello and welcome to the Young Living podcast, The Wild Drop. My name is Jacob Young, your host. Young Living is the world leader in distributing and producing premium essential oils, and this podcast will provide you with drops of information about Young Living, including stories, history, product information, lots of little fun facts, and even more. We have Mary Young, co-founder and CEO. We have Josef, ambassador of the foundation, and we have Caitlyn Young, my wife, who is in between departments, so she doesn't have a title right now, but was previously in tax. So we have the Young family here. You notice we have a few more guests than usual. You'll also notice that even though it's the first of the year, which is when you'll be watching/listening to this episode, we are in Christmas attire. And that's because today at the office is Ugly Christmas Sweater Day. So, well, at least for me, I have an ugly Christmas sweater. And then also rocking the ugly Christmas sweater is Josef as a gingerbread man, I think.
Gingerbread, I don't know what I am.
Maybe gingerbread lady.
Mama is a Christmas tree. And Kate is the crazy cat lady because her Christmas sweater says Meowie Christmas because we have 3 cats.
They're all wonderful.
But we are here and we want to share with you how our 2023 year went, some goals, some wins for us personally, as well as for Young Living. And I think there's no better person than to start the year or to share their year with us than the one and only Miss Mary Young, co-founder and CEO of Young Living.
Couldn't you just say my mother?
And mom.
And mom. Yeah, now see, that feels better. Well, what should we say about 2023? It seems to me like I was always on an airplane going somewhere. It was amazing. People everywhere in the world were used to sitting with their feet up, watching TV, and now we're all jumping out of it. We've come through the eye of the storm, and we're on fire. We're ready to take off and move again. And everywhere I've gone, there's just so much excitement among our members. Oh, my goodness, they are so excited, and it's wonderful to feel that spirit again. So many people have come to me and said, Mary, it's the old Young Living. It's back to the way it used to be. Well, that's because we're starting up new again. So they're experiencing things that you experience when you're just starting. And it's really fun. I feel excitement everywhere. And of course, for me, it's exciting to see my family getting bigger. Well, I don't know if that's so exciting, but...
Well, I'm done growing. I don't know about bigger.
Well, I'm just excited to see all that you're doing. You've integrated yourself so much into Young Living. And Jacob, you've taken on so much responsibility. And everybody loves it.
Yeah, we're really proud of you.
We're really excited with everything you've done. And, of course, Josef, he deserted us. He's off in Spain playing soccer, living his dream. But he tells me that he's going to be coming home when the season's over with. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. And I'm looking forward to seeing Jacob and Josef work together and see what kind of adventures they create for all of us and how much excitement and laughter.
That'll be good fun. It will be very good fun.
I think so.
That will be dynamite.
Well, you shared your Young Living success stories of 2023, which I think is grand. I think just everybody kind of coming back out and going to events and seeing everybody's face was definitely something that I loved the most. And you did lots of traveling.
I did.
I think out of the 365 days of the year, you were probably home maybe 300 or 65 of those days.
Well, it feels like that a little bit.
Yeah. You traveled a lot this year. Well, how about for you personally? Do you feel like was your success or successes this year?
My personal success is that I didn't lose my voice.
That's good.
With all the talking and traveling and everything. Well, you know, talking is hard on the voice. And I talk and I talk and I talk and I talk. And then when I get excited and I get passionate, I talk even more. And then I get theatrical and dramatic, as you have seen through your growing up lives. You know what your mom's like. And
I think for you, one of your successes this year was cleaning your house out quite a bit.
Oh, did I ever. And It was really fun because I commandeered Joseph and all of his friends. And I cleaned out my storage downstairs, and there was just so much. And, I had all of Grandma's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way we're going to ever eat all of that. So I took probably 3/4 of it down to the farm and gave it to everybody. And it was exciting to see people take it who could use it. I mean, what am I going to do with 10 5-gallon buckets of beans? I'm not going to cook those.
Make a bean farm.
A bean farm.
See if one of them grows a giant beanstalk.
Yeah, you never know. But I'd rather give it to all of our people down at the farm. And so that was fun. But we just had fun everywhere. Oh, another huge thing that happened is that we finished both the Village Inn and the Visitor Center. The Visitor Center was first, but then came the Village Inn, and it is so magnificent. It is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. Down at the Mona Farm in Utah, and you can actually book out the new Village Inn for your wedding, your family event, whatever it may be. The very first event that we actually had down there was a wedding with a huge family. They had over 700 people down there for their wedding. It was a beautiful, beautiful wedding. It's a beautiful, beautiful Village Inn, and it's medieval themed, so you'll have all fun pictures of medieval knights and medieval times, and pictures of young Joseph and I when we were on the little Shetland ponies. Those things were demons. I hated those little ponies.
But you were
They
so
evil.
cute. We laughed and laughed and laughed.
And
you were the
then-
hit of the jousting.
And then we also had the draft horse show, and we were able to welcome everybody with a welcome dinner inside of that building. And it was just a grand and glorious time to see Dad's want and desire and dream come to fruition, and be able to have
Absolutely.
everybody in that beautiful, beautiful area. So it's great. I'm glad we were able to get that done. And they're so pretty, they almost don't look like they're supposed to fit on the farm.
I know, but what's hilarious is I think back, this is before you were born, the two of you, and Dad was building the farm down there, and it was just the old scrappy farmhouse. I mean, it was really dilapidated, but we fixed one room upstairs so we could stay down there rather than having to drive home. And we were sitting out on the porch one afternoon. And it was beautiful, peaceful, quiet. Dad stood up and he looked out over all the weeds and the dirt, and there wasn't anything there. And he said, "Oh, Mary, this is going to be such a beautiful place for people to come and visit." And I said, "Why would somebody come here?" I said, "It's so far away." He said, "You watch. You just wait. They will come." And when we did the first draft horse show in 2016, he was like a kid in a candy shop. He was so excited he couldn't contain himself.
Yeah. We hit new numbers, new number highs for us for our fall festival. We had over 19,000 people visit the farm across all 3 days. Saturday was our biggest day. The entire arena was completely filled.
Yeah, it was
And
exciting.
that was after adding an extra 1,000 seats,
Yes.
I believe.
Yes,
And so it looks like we'll have to be adding even more.
I hope so.
But it was an amazing time. We had a great rodeo. We had great performances, and it was a good time. Well, Joseph, you've been gone for a year, almost a whole year now. Joseph actually got signed on by a semi-professional. Is that what you'd call it? Semi-professional?
Sure, you can call it that.
Yeah, semi-professional soccer team, and he's been playing for them over in Spain and also attending school over there. And I think for you, Joseph, it'd be great if you shared with everyone what you've been up to.
I mean, you've nailed it pretty well. I mean, I've just been playing soccer, waking up, going to school, and then going to training, then going to bed, and then do the same thing the next day.
Well, I think you should tell them a little bit in Spanish so they can hear your Castellano accento.
My Spanish is más o menos, but the one word that I learned and I love is vale, which means okay or let's go.
Right? Yeah.
It's like if, let's say, for example, I was finishing a sentence, or we're like, "Hey, I'll see you later." I say, "Vale, vale, vale." It's just something they do there, and I love it. But apparently, Lisette and Naeli, or Ecuadorians, or maybe just South Americans, they don't like when I say vale, vale, vale. They don't like the is it Castilian words. They don't like it for some reason.
Well,
but
they say
I love it.
they say you've changed your accent. They want you to sound like an Ecuadorian, and they're really frustrated that you sound differently now.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. Like the first few months, I had a hard time fitting into the team because, well, they speak Spanish way faster than I do, and it's a whole different level, but I managed to adapt, and it's been great so far. The guys are great, the coaches are great, and the family that I'm staying with, they're just good people. I'm very fortunate. And obviously I have mom supporting me and calling me and visiting me, so she's just been my rock.
Well, last time I was there, when we were with Antonio, I had to ask Joseph to slow down. He was speaking so fast. And then Antonio started speaking, and Joseph looked at me and he said, Mom, did you understand? And I said, no. And he said, would you like me to translate for you? That was really a big switch. Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
I think it'd be great if you shared what your end goal or hopes and dreams are with soccer.
Thinking about the end goal, the journey's been so much fun. Playing in Florida, playing in Spain, possibly playing in Texas, we'll see. But I think the end goal is to play here at home in front of mom. That'd be really great. And 20-minute drive, it's not that bad. And the office is right here. So let's say, for example, there was a Young Living convention or Young Living event. All these brand partners, they could come together and see me play. That'd be nice, seeing all of us together, watching me play.
I think you forgot to talk about how it's all tied through the foundation, though, which is your pride and joy.
Tied with the foundation. While growing up, my main goal was to become a professional soccer player. And then with the money that I would make from it, I would give it all to the foundation and give it to the Young Living Academy, do what I can. And that's still a big goal for me. And hopefully I can see it happen. The foundation is a big part of my life, and it'll never go away. And after growing up in Ecuador, I mean, it's just a part of us. And we're a family of giving, so it's a big goal, and hopefully I can accomplish it. And I have a lot of support, so I'm very confident that it'll be happening very soon.
And Joseph and I recently met with one of the tribesmen of the Tarahumara Indians.
Really?
In the, I'm trying to remember, Copper Canyons down in Mexico. And we're going to be doing a foundation project with them come January. So...
Wow, how come I didn't hear about that?
Well, it's been something we've been doing behind the scenes, but we're really excited. It's a foundation project Dad wanted to do many, many years ago, and unfortunately the logistics didn't work out at the time. But we've been able to work things out, and we'll be going down there late January sometime through early February to help them out as much as we can. A very similar project to what you did down in southern Utah, providing electricity and water.
The solar panels.
Yeah, with the solar panels. So it'll be a great foundation project, and we're really excited to get that started, as it's something that Dad wanted to do many, many years ago. So great. Well, we're happy that you're back. We're sad that you're heading back, though. And then hopefully you'll be coming back yet again.
I will. I think I'll be here for the summer, so that'll be nice.
You have to be here for the summer.
Yeah, we got a lot going on during the summer.
My goodness, we got a convention.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have to be there. I have to be
Well,
there for a convention. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Moving on.
We want to hear you sing, right?
No one wants to hear me sing. Kate is amazing at singing. Jacob's amazing at singing. You're amazing at singing.
And you're amazing.
They use auto-tune for me. 100% they use auto-tune for me. But yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun for the convention.
Great stuff. Well, moving on to my one and only, Caitlyn. How was your year?
I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I started the year road tripping with my mom to Scottsdale, Arizona, where I competed in the horse show there. That is huge. And it was a learning experience for sure.
Well, tell us about the show. What kind of competition?
So it's for the type of riding I do, which is hunt. And I was in a rough age group, I'd say, because I'm old enough that I'm in like the 19 to 50 age group. And there were at least like 20 horses per class, which was a lot. But I never got last.
And she got a ribbon.
I got a couple.
Was her one ask. Her one was, I just want to go home with a ribbon.
And it's not a participation one, so.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So that was a lot of fun. And then the next big thing I'd say is we went to Moab and went skydiving, in which it was a lot of fun, even though I'm not a fan of heights. And I bruised my tailbone at the end. And Jake made fun of me nonstop for not being able to sit down. He still thinks it's funny.
I do.
What? And then what did we do?
Oh,
I graduated.
you graduated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
That's pretty
waiting to see if you'd remember.
I was like, wait, yeah, I did do that. So that's been really nice. It's weird not to have school, but it's also kind of freeing. Get to do what you want.
That's not fair.
Graduated in what? Come on, you got to tell everybody.
Graduated in business management and got a medal for my GPA, which I was proud about. I worked towards that. No, it was really good. You guys came and my parents came and watched me walk across, which was great. Since I was an online student, that was my first time at campus. But I think it was worth going and
Absolutely.
walking.
I think one thing that people might find a little bit funny about you graduating was you actually graduated prior to your actual graduation date.
I did.
So with her being online, they only have like one set period or set
They
period
have
time.
like 1 or 2 graduations per year. And since I was graduating in the off season, since I was doing school all year round, but half credits, so I could work as well. So I had to go graduate in April, and then I still had 1 more semester to do. So it was hard graduating and then going back to school for another 3 months.
Finishing.
But you did it.
I did it, and I'm glad.
No, for sure.
And then you and I traveled to a few different events. We were able to do the Italy incentive cruise, which
That was
was beautiful.
wonderful.
We went to Rome 2 days prior and just played tourist, which was really, really fun. It was great. Got to take Kate to all the places that I had already visited, so that was really fun. Went to Hawaii again because you didn't want to go to Hawaii. We had to go to Hawaii.
That's right.
Yeah, it was so amazing, and
Went to the Caymans,
the Caymans were also
That was fun.
which was
Besides the heat.
unexpectedly hot. Yeah.
The heat was absurd. I think we had 100-degree weather with 80% humidity pretty much every single day.
Yeah, humidity's a bit much.
Somehow we played pickleball for a whole day straight, essentially out in the heat, and I didn't get sunburned once. That was a miracle for me.
I got sunburned.
Kate got really sunburned, so
I did.
Wow.
I reapplied sunscreen at least 5 or 6 times, and it still made it through.
we did some snowmobiling trips earlier in the year in January for the employees. That was a big thing for Dad, as he loved to create community and just create bonding and fun times for everybody, regardless if they're employees, brand partners, friends, family. And so we started that back up last year and took a few people out. Only one accident. That's because a tree became found underneath the snow.
You're out of
magically.
nowhere. At least it was a guide. No
It was a
employees got
guide.
hurt.
No employees got hurt. It was a good friend of mine.
He's doing okay.
He's doing great. He's fine. He had a big bruise for a while, but he's doing all right. So. But that was good. We're doing that again this year. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of snow right now, which is kind of sad. So I'm hoping with the new year that we'll have snow and we'll be able to get started with that. So, anything else?
I think the last thing recently is my brother got married, and that was nice.
Yeah.
Congrats.
And then we'll probably have like another reception for when her family can come down at the Village Inn, and that will be beautiful.
It'll be good.
That'll be nice.
You know.
Well, I think people would be curious to hear about what you do here in the office.
Yeah.
Where have you
so-
been? What departments? What?
Yeah, tax was back in 2022, but this year
Wait, like taxes?
I was in the tax department.
Oh.
So ever since I worked here, I've been working through pretty much all the finance departments.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So this year I started in internal auditing, went there about 6 months, and then I moved to financial planning and analysis, which has been a really fun department. It's been a growing experience because I don't exactly have the background most would have, but I've been able to just get an assignment and work my way through it and figure it out. So it's been really fun. And then I'll move, not sure where yet, in the new year.
You're going to another department.
Well, either product development, possibly the foundation, or
There
That'd be
were
cool.
a few places under operations. Kind of going on the opposite side of whatever you're doing so we can kind of balance each other out.
so.
Well, what do you do, Jacob?
What do I do? Well, I recently got promoted to Director of Business Development. So I work under Jesse Nelson now, who's over North America, and Jeff Pearson. And I've been working very closely with marketing, brand partners, product development, pretty much anything that kind of touches the world of marketing for North America. I've been heavily focused on Been working on a few big projects. We had men's camp that we were going to do this year, and unfortunately, a bunch of stuff happened last second, which was very unfortunate. But we were planning for next year, sometime in September, probably the first week of September. So we were really close for registration. We had 78 out of 100 attendees ready to go. And then just some unforeseen circumstances happened last second, so we had to push it back, but I'm really excited for that. We also have a few other really cool events that we're thinking of doing through the foundation. Also looking at a really fun new fundraiser for the foundation next year.
For convention?
Oh, yeah. I haven't talked about it with you yet.
You should talk about it right now.
It's a really, really fun idea.
What are the stakes?
The stakes are nobody's hair, but there are prizes.
So there's no consequences.
Oh, no, there's still consequences. They're just different consequences.
Again, like to know the stakes, like the consequences.
We can talk about it later, so.
Don't
You
want to
haven't made
spoil
a
anything.
formal announcement, have you?
No formal announcement yet. We're still working with Colby Olds, who's over the foundation right now, to figure all this out. But he had some really fun ideas, which I think would also be really, really fun. No, but I've been really honored with everything that I've been able to learn and accomplish and do. I work really closely with Prasad and Ben Riley. They're kind of my mentors. And there's a lot of other people that are also behind the scenes helping me out and guiding me and directing me, which I don't even have enough words to be grateful for. But I've done a lot this year. I restarted school back up. I just finished my winter semester. So I got a nice little break right now. But I was telling Ben and Prasad with my previous position, which I don't even remember my title for because the title didn't really suit it because I was kind of like all over the place. I was in operations and marketing. I was also with product development and stuff. And I didn't really kind of like have set priorities, or I didn't really have anyone working under me or projects to work on. So I kind of told Ben and Prasad that I would like to start taking on more so I can really understand the business, so I can really start working towards something and just feel like I'm doing good, like achieving something. So we all sat down and we kind of walked through what my new position would be, what all would be covering it. And while it's still kind of willy-nilly all over the place, I definitely actually do sit under somebody now. And I do have projects that I'm working on, assignments that are due, and deadlines, and get to manage a few things and work with some amazing people. So I'm really excited for what's going to be coming in the new year. Now that I've kind of got school figured out, my timeline.
Well, does this mean that you have to ask permission to be away from the office?
Luckily, they have been very relaxed with my school schedule.
Tolerant?
Yeah, tolerant. They want me to still focus on school, which I think is still a priority for me. But I also, I love here. I love working here. It gives me my drive. This is my want. This is why I do what I do. When I kind of took like a gap year from Young Living, I moved out. I moved in with 3 other guys in a tiny apartment, and I started working at a cookie delivery company called Chip. And I was their delivery driver, and I baked cookies and made cookies and delivered cookies, and I loved it. It was fun. And then I kind of just wanted to explore other things, so I became very entrepreneurial, and I started my own mobile detailing business, and then I started my own web development business, and then I started photography and videography, and then I got signed up by another video game team, so I played video games semi-professionally for a while, and I'm trying to think what else that I did.
You had a lot of side hustles, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a lot going on, and it was really fun. But after doing that for about 6 months, almost a year, I didn't have like a sense of purpose. And even though I really enjoyed like making and having all the money that I had, I don't know. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel like I had really honestly accomplished that much, and I didn't feel like I had helped anybody besides myself. And so I didn't really like that part. So I sold all my businesses and stepped away from that. And then I started at the call center shortly after that. And I've been loving it ever since. So it's been great to work through the ranks and really just kind of explore all of Young Living. And I'm just honored that I get to do what I do. I really, really do enjoy that. So wins for me was getting back into school and starting that back up. School has always been very difficult for me.
I don't think it's been difficult. I just think you didn't want to study.
I've never been like a fan of sitting down when I know there's so much else that I could be doing. And I struggle where if it doesn't apply directly to my life or what I'm doing, I don't want to do it. If there's nothing to be gained from it for me to assist me in what I'm doing, I hate doing it.
You don't have a personal interest in it.
Yeah, exactly. But
Doesn't do it.
I do know that it's important and something that I need to do and should do. So I got signed back up and started doing classes. I've been juggling between 6 and 9 credits. That's a good balance with life and work and school. And so I'm able to do that without failing any of my classes. Almost failing was my own fault. But
Does your wife help you? Kate, do you help him with school?
I ask her for help sometimes, and she gives me the same side-eye treatment that I gave her when she was doing her school. So I'm basically just receiving karma right now. Like karma came back.
I have to do it a little bit.
Yeah.
When I used to ask him for help, he's like, I wouldn't know how to do that. And I'm like, well, I don't either. So, but he wouldn't help. But I help him when he's in a pickle. But otherwise, I'm like, you got it.
Yeah. So I know I've kind of gone off tangent, but for me, my wins would be definitely taking on a lot more roles in Young Living, balancing work and life with school. The B project, I already announced this, but I'm super excited. I get to sign this off my bucket list of being a author of some sort, a co-author with Dr. Josef Wilson and his wife on the bee project that we've been working on for the last few years. And that's learning about the relationship that bees have with our lavender, both in France and Mona. So we'll have a research paper published about that sometime next year. Actually, you'll probably be able to find it as soon as this podcast is available. We were told sometime within the first few weeks of January is when it will be published. So that's super exciting. We worked really hard on that. We did a lot of collecting, a lot of data, a lot of writing, a lot of pre-review work, meeting with a lot of different people. We even stopped in Belgium to meet with a professor there who's working with bees as well on our way back from France. And then the next part is to see if bees alter the chemistry and the composition of our lavender oils. And if so, how can we benefit from that? What kind of bees actually help with that more? So we already have a few studies that do kind of go along with our original hypothesis, but we have to do a little bit more testing to see. So that will be next year's assignment, and we'll have another research paper on that. And then we're also hoping to do a picture book, because part of all the research and the data was taking pictures of the bees that would land on the lavender, what bees they were, how much pollen they had on them, what species they were, how far they were flying away from either their nesting home, or if they were coming from a hive, or if they were coming from honey boxes, and then collecting as many bees as we can in a row for 15 minutes. There was a lot that we had to do.
That's a lot
to
of
collect
detail.
all the data.
My
Very, very
goodness.
small, intricate details, and a lot of. The worst part of the research paper was out of the 8,000 pictures that we took, I had to go through and help kind of compare and categorize the bees.
8,000 photos?
Yeah. So
That's
I
a lot
had
of
to I
bees.
had to look at the bees and be like, okay, it's part of this species and genus and this family, and it came from this field, and we know it's within this area and this location, and it's this type of bee, so it nests in the ground or nests in a tree, and so that took us about 2 months alone. So that was really fun.
That's a lot. Kate, weren't you with him? Weren't you part of
I
it?
was
Yeah.
with him for the first trip.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun to be able to meet everybody and learn how to catch bees without getting stung. But the second trip, I was deep in the middle of finals, spending like 8 to 10 hours a day on these projects, and I couldn't swing it.
Yeah.
So he went alone on that one, back to France and then to Belgium to talk to the professor. But it was really cool.
The best part was being able to revisit with everybody that Dad visited with so many years ago, because it'd been a long time since I was in France. The last time that we were in France was shortly after the opening of
That's
the.
when we let the pigeons go.
Yep, correct. At the castle.
At the
And
castle,
so I
yeah.
think that was early 2010. So it had been 9 years since the last time that I was there.
Oh,
And after visiting France, Zoran reached out to me, who is our manager over there in, what is that?
Croatia.
Yeah, it's part of EMEA, right?
Yeah.
And he said, hey, we're having I think a silver retreat or something like that for the silvers there.
Yeah.
I can't remember what
No.
event was going on specifically.
Well, it was during the lockdown, and they were
Yeah.
able to go to Croatia a lot more easily than coming here.
Yeah. And so he reached out to me. He's like, hey, I know you're in France. It's a really short flight from France to visit Croatia. And I just remember when we went to Croatia, we had visited that resort prior to it opening, and we were the only ones in this entire resort. And they gave us lunch on the beach, and it was magnificent food. And I've told Kate so many times, I was like, if I could go back to one place, it'd be Croatia, because I just love Croatia. So it was really nice to revisit the farm and meet with everybody again there, especially the team that manages the Hillcrest farm. And it was very fulfilling, and it was great. It was almost kind of like a deja vu moment.
Yeah.
And that was super rewarding. I really enjoyed and appreciated that. And then raising all the money that we did for the foundation during convention. I know Kate loved seeing my head bald again.
That was a lot of fun.
So that this year has just been a grand year. So many amazing memories that I'll never forget. A lot of amazing accomplishments for myself as a person, growing, developing, and as well as Young Living too. Well, I think for us, the best part of 2023 has been being able to be with all of you, going to all the events, seeing you just grow and shine and be able to build your community and to be with your friends and your family and the people that you share passion with. So we want to make sure that 2024 is a year with you as well, meaning that there's a lot of events that are happening in 2024, and I probably won't be able to capture all of them because me being part of North America team mostly, I know of the ones that are happening in North America, but I know there are events happening all the time worldwide with all of our different markets and regions. I announced that Men's Camp will be coming back next year, sometime in September. We also have the Grand Convention for everyone, which is our 30th anniversary international, which we haven't done for the last few years. And so that will be a huge, amazing grand convention for all to attend, all to be part of, which I am beyond excited for. 30th anniversary. It's
everywhere I've gone, I have people come to me and say, "Oh, I've got my tickets for convention. I just left Ecuador 2 days ago."
Yeah.
And just before I left, this couple came up and said, "Oh, Mary, I just bought our tickets this morning for convention."
Good.
So if you want to come to convention, you better get your tickets because they are going fast, and we're only going to fill the Salt Palace. And once the Salt Palace is filled, that's it. We're not going to go to the stadium. We're not going to add another building. We're not going to do any additions to seating. So the Salt Palace is it, and the max capacity is 12,000.
Okay. Well, good luck, everybody. Get your tickets.
Yeah.
We also have the Winter Harvest coming up, which is starting in January. I believe it's the 15th is the first one. I could be wrong, but I will be attending that. I've been wanting to attend that for a long, long time.
Are you and Kate going?
Yes, we are.
Oh, that's going to be so fun.
So that will be really, really fun. We also have Okinawa, Japan, which we recently just announced and opened 2 brand partners as a new partner farm. So I'm super excited about that. We also have Wild Experience has many, many different events going on throughout the year through 2024. All of those will be listed. All of these are going to be on the main Young Living website. They'll be under the farms category. And then, of course, just the main events page as well. So those are all the ones that I can think of off the top of my head. But I know, like I said, all of our markets have many, many different events going on. So make sure just to check your Young Living website in your market just to check out what events are going on.
Yeah, well, I know I'm going to Monterrey, Mexico in January.
Well, there you go.
So they're having a big event there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then I'm going back to Ecuador in February for graduation.
Yep.
I don't know. Are you going?
For Ecuador. We would love to. So
I mean, I never know until practically the last minute who's going.
yeah. But the point is that 2024 is not only a year for us, it's a year for you. And we want to share this year of 2024 with all of you. We want to see you come out to all the events. Please join in the foundation trips as much as you possibly can as well. I feel like that is the biggest reward that you can possibly do, is to help others in need, especially when they've lost all hope. And so to bring back that hope and that faith in them again is an amazing time. And just doing good things makes you feel like an amazing person. And it's what my dad really focused on. We're in the business of helping people. He always talked about that. So let's make sure that we celebrate 2024 together and that we do everything together like we always do.
Together. What a great word. I love it.
Okay. So we talked about 2023. Let's kind of move into 2024. What are we hoping to see with 2024? What are we hoping to accomplish?
A better 23.
A better 23?
Meaning that 24 is going to be better than 23. Mm-hmm. It's going to just be a big improvement.
I love that. How about for you, Joseph?
I mean, I agree with you. 24 is going to be big. there's a lot of new things coming, and I'm just anxious to see it. I'm
you,
anxious
Kate?
to see it.
Heavens if I know. For the business, for personal life?
For both. All the above.
I mean, can I just say abundance? I'm hoping that we can all grow and we can help our business grow and stretch and get uncomfortable.
Yep. We had a lot of growing pains over the years. I think 2022 was definitely the hardest for us in recent years. And 23 was such an eye-opening experience than to see how we're able to just sit down, focus, and say, okay, this is what we need to do, and this is what we need to tackle, and we're going to do it. And to see everybody kind of get together and realize, okay, we can't just sit back anymore. We've got to get up and do something. And to see everyone just kind of rally behind everyone, and just to see Young Living come back to life in a way, to see everybody come out to the events, to see everyone just praise joy, and to be super Gary-esque. That's the best way that I can explain it.
That's
To Gary
interesting.
on.
Gary on.
Was just amazing and fascinating to see the energy, the commitment, the praise, just the overabundance of joy from everybody, and just to see the victories, the small victories from everybody was really great. So I'm kind of on the same thing with Kate, and I know this goes along with some of our sayings in the past: wellness, purpose, and abundance for 2024, and just that everybody focuses on the future. They don't look back, because as Dad said, if you keep looking back, you'll never be able to move forward. And just look forward to a bright, adventurous new year, to continue growing onward and to carry on.
Yeah, well, I think we've come to a place in Young Living where we have really great people in all of the departments, and everyone is working extremely well together. And there's tremendous strategy and focus with that strategy. And once you have that, then you just go forward and make it the very best that you can. And certainly along the way, you discover things that work or things that don't work, and so you change things. People always say, well, what do you want for the new year? What are you expecting? I can't say specifically that I want X, Y, and Z, but I want it to continue to become better than it's been. I want us to keep going in the direction we're going. I'm so thrilled with all the people that we have, with the marketing, with R&D. It's really a reward for me, because I know this is what Dad had in his mind the whole time. He saw all of these things happening, but he didn't have the opportunity to really be physically a part of what's going on. But I think he hangs around. I think he looks down and wonders what we're up to. And sometimes I feel an energy push. I think he's close by watching. But I get that energy from the three of you, especially from the two boys, because you carry Dad's DNA. And you're so much like him in different ways.
Yeah, we're very different.
But you're very much alike in many ways, too. And Kate, you add such a beautiful mix to it, because you bring in that female energy, and you come from the outside. And so you bring different ideas, and you're a very powerful force on the inside. People say, oh, Kate's so sweet, and she's just so fun to be with. Well, that may be true, but what's the grit that's behind it all?
Yeah.
And people don't know how much grit is there, but it takes grit to be in this kind of a business. And I have to say, especially to Kate, it's been really remarkable how you've been able to marry into an ongoing big business. I mean, you didn't grow into something small. You grew into something that was really big. And so you've been growing with it, and you've just done remarkably well.
Thank you.
And I think it's really a great reward for all of us to have you be part of our family. Mm-hmm. And I look forward to having Joseph back. I mean, Jacob, you're definitely on the right path. Everyone sees that you're on that path. So I'm excited to see Joseph come back and see how he integrates in, and see the two of you work together. And we need to find him, wife, but not right now. I don't want one for 10 years. Well, 5 years at least.
No, I think it'll be probably 10 or 15 years.
But then you'll be the Magnificent Four.
No, I mean it's gonna be incredible to watch what Jake and I are gonna do, and
I think so.
I got some big things that I'm gonna bring to Young Living. Everything's gonna work out. Everything comes into full circle, and I mean I'm just happy for 2024.
Joseph definitely has dad's visionary, and you are a visionary so much like him, and I think I have more of the realist from you.
Yeah, I think so.
And you have dad's visionary eyes, because there are so many times where Joseph would text me and he's like, dude, I have this idea. It's a brilliant idea. And while I love his passion, I kind of play devil's advocate and I step back a little bit. I'm like, okay, let's assess, your plan here, and let's play I play the realist. And even though I know it is always possible and doable, I think I have more of the realist from you than I do the visionary.
Yeah, and you know what Dad would always say?
Don't crush my dreams, Mary.
No,
Just watch.
you're raining on my parade.
But it is possible. It's all possible, and it's all going
It's
to
a
be
good balance.
amazing and exciting, and it's a great balance. And we're super excited for 2024, and we all appreciate your support. We appreciate you for watching, for those of you that are watching, and for those listening, we appreciate you as well. We hope you had an amazing holiday. Whatever you celebrate, we really hope you had just a grand and amazing time in creating some amazing memories with your friends, your family, and your loved ones, and to an amazing 2024 to all of you. So thank you all so much. I wish we had Ningxia to toast, but if you do have your Ningxia, your Zing with you, toast away. Cheers to
Cheers.
2024. Thank you all so much for listening.
A good slide into the new year. I don't know
I
how
love
else
it.
to translate it.
Well, that one was a prop. That one's been there for about 2 years, but okay. You can drink that one if you choose to.
Ooh, so refined. Try some. It's 2 years right there. Whew. Yeah.
Tastes just the same.
I know. I was kidding about that. Oh, okay. You want some? You might as well just pass it around. It's 2 years right there.
Family germs.
Family germs.
See, yeah, it still tastes good.
I
Yeah,
love
it's
Zing.
fine.
You know,
It's a little warm, but
I haven't had Zing in a while.
Yeah.
I miss it so much.
And thank you for tuning in to this episode of The Wild Drop. Remember, you can listen on iTunes, Spotify, on YouTube, and of course our website at www.youngliving.com. Don't forget to oil up Young Living family. This is Jacob Young, dropping out. Take care.